Hey everyone, I am Ajay, your companion on this incredible journey called life. I have got a little secret to share. I'm not here as an expert who got all the answers. No, I'm here as a partner, a friend, and a curious traveler just like you. Welcome to the Progress Partners, the podcast where we embark on a journey of growth and progress together. Join me as I share insights, strategies, and personal experiences for unstoppable progress. I'm right here with you, putting the same ideas and strategies in my own life and striving for the continuous improvement alongside you. Because together, we are unstoppable. All right. In our last episode, we talked about how to develop good habits. If you haven't checked it out, I highly recommend giving it a listen, as it provides the foundation for what we are about to discuss today. Today, we are shifting the gears. It's time to talk about eliminating those ridiculous, annoying bad habits from your life. But before we jump into that, I would love to hear from you. How's your journey going with building those new habits? Or shall we say good habits? Please share your experiences in the comment section. As for me, I have been working on a habit of reading. I keep a book by my bedside, and even it's just for a few minutes, I make sure to read it. It's not just about forming a habit of reading, it's the way of saying that I'm someone who loves to read. It's like casting a vote for the kind of person I want to become. It's an identity shift. In our next episode, we will explore the deep connection between identity and habits. So, stay tuned and let's dive into the world of eliminating bad habits. There is a saying, out with the old, in with the new. But in the journey of personal growth, it's equally important to kick the old, unwanted habits to the curb. Did you know that on average, it takes more than 2 months before a new behavior becomes automatic? So, patience and persistence are the key when it comes to habit change. Let's start by addressing a fundamental question: why it is so crucial to eliminate bad habits from our lives? Well, think of your habits as the building blocks of your daily routines. Take procrastination, for example. We all know that feeling, right? It's like our universal weakness. That habit of always putting things off until the last minute. It's like a productivity and stress killer. But guess what? Once you eliminate that bad habit and replace it with a productive one, you will find yourself accomplishing more and feeling more at ease. And it's not just about procrastination. It's about every bad habit that is holding you back from achieving your goals in life. It could be not getting enough sleep, eating junk food and not taking care of your health, or it could be a negative self talk, lower self discipline, or lower self esteem. So, just as we have learned ways to create good habits, we have got the techniques to drop the bad ones. We will talk about these one by one. Do you remember how habits were formed? You make it obvious, attractive, easy, and satisfying. But if we flip this, here's what we get: make it invisible, make it unattractive, make it difficult, and make it unsatisfying. And here we get the four principles of ditching bad habits. Let's explore each one and get rid of those habits that no longer serve us. You know, when we aim to eliminate a bad habit, we often rely on a self control. For instance, if you have a habit of munching on chocolates or sugar, you might think you can control it, right? Yes, it's called a self control. But in reality, self control is a short term strategy. You might resist temptation for a couple of times, but it's really tough to rely on your willpower every single time. In the short term, you can say, no to those temptations. But in the long run, we become a product of the environment that we live in. Have you ever seen someone consistently stick to positive habits in a negative environment? It never happens. So, here is a more reliable approach: cut bad habits off at the source. One practical way to do this is by reducing your exposure to things that trigger those bad habits. Let's look at some examples. If you feel you are spending too much time on social media, try removing social media apps from your phone. I know it sounds a bit harsh, but don't worry, I'll share a gentle technique shortly. Another example would be if you find yourself feeling inadequate because of what you see on the social media, unfollow accounts that make you feel jealous or envious. If you are wasting too much time watching TV, move the TV out of your bedroom. If you are indulging in too much sugar, remove those candies, chocolates, and sweets from your kitchen. You will be surprised that how much easier it is to avoid them when they are not around, rather than relying on your willpower to resist them every time. So, this approach is like flipping the first law of behavior change. Instead of making it obvious, you are making it invisible. Now, it may feel simple and you may feel that it will not work. But trust me, it works because I have tried it and seen the benefits. Remember the mantra: it's easier to avoid the temptation than to resist it. Now, let's move toward the second law of eliminating bad habit called make it unattractive. You know, your brain did not evolve with a built in desire for things like smoking cigarettes, checking Instagram, or playing video games. Deep down, what you really want is to reduce uncertainty, ease anxiety, and gain social acceptance and approval. Instagram, for example, offer that approval, right? Let's look at some more examples. You want to find a love? You might use a dating app like Tinder. Not me, of course. Want to connect with others? You browse the Facebook. Want to gain the social approval? Instagram comes into the play. Our habits are like modern solutions to our ancient desires. Now, here is the trick. There are many ways to satisfy the same underlying need. One person might use smoking to reduce the stress, while another might go for a run. Your current habits are not necessarily the best way of addressing your underlying needs. They are just the methods you have learned over the time. Agree or not? So, what's the solution? All you need to do is change your mindset. Remind yourself the negative effects of smoking and benefits of quitting it. Habits become appealing when they are linked with the positive feelings and become unattractive when we associate them with the negative feelings. So, next time you are eating the ice cream, think of it as you are eating poison. I am just kidding, okay? Imagine that eating ice cream will make you physically out of shape and it will lower your self esteem. You definitely don't want to appear out of shape in front of your friends, right? Reframe your mindset to associate ice cream with a negative feeling, and you will find quite easy to resist ice cream next time. Trust me. All right, third law: make it difficult. When building good habits, we try to make them easy, but when we are kicking bad habits, we want to make them harder to do. Let me tell you about myself. I used to waste a lot of time watching Instagram reels, and then I decided to lock my Instagram app. It actually reduced my urge to open it and scroll through reels every time. By increasing the effort to open social media apps, you reduce your addiction. I'm telling you again, these methods might seem simple, but you must give them a try and see the result. Now, last but not the least, fourth law: make it unsatisfying. You know, there is an interesting thing with habit. With our bad habits, the immediate outcome usually feels good, but the ultimate outcome feels bad. And with the good habits, it's opposite. The immediate outcome is unenjoyable, but the ultimate outcome feels good. Let me explain. For example, when you decide to lose weight or write a book, you are investing in your future self. You want a better life for that future you, right? But when the moment of decision comes, instant gratification often wins. You plan to lose the weight, but when someone offers ice cream, it's hard to resist, right? We want to write that book, but we end up wasting time on short videos or reels. Instant gratification again. Remember, what's immediately rewarded is repeated. What's immediately punished is avoided. But the challenge is that there is no immediate reward in not eating that ice cream or skipping videos. So it's actually tough to feel satisfied. So the one solution is to turn the situation around. Here's an idea. Every time I skip the ice cream or food that will add weight, I'll transfer 1000 rupees to my saving accounts for my Goa trip. Every time you stop watching reels and complete your script, put some money aside for that leather jacket you have been eyeing. It's like creating a rewards program for yourself. You are actually making it satisfying to do nothing. All right, so this wraps up our discussion of the 4 laws of eliminating the bad habits. Just to recap on what we have discussed so far, make it invisible. Hide that bad habit, make it hard to spot. Make it unattractive. Take away its appeal, make it less interesting. Make it difficult. Add some challenges and make it a tough choice. Make it unsatisfying. Make it less enjoyable, not what you really want. Give these strategies a try and let me know in comment section that how they have helped you to become a better version of yourself. At last, I would like all of you to remember a journal rule. The more immediate pleasure you get from an action, the more strongly you should question whether it aligns with your long-term goals or not. The road less traveled is the road of delayed gratification. If you are willing to wait for the rewards, you will face less competition and often get a bigger payoff. As the saying goes, the last mile is always the least crowded. Let's get there together, because together we are unstoppable. Thank you for tuning into this episode of The Progress Partners. I genuinely hope you enjoyed it. And if you found value in the content, please consider subscribing to the show and taking a moment to rate and review it. Your feedback contributes to the continuous improvement of the show. Thank you.